Hello, everyone. I am teacher Kelly Tagg, and with me, I have Jerry T. Introduce yourself.
Hi there. My name is Jerry, and a lot of students call me Ms. Jerry.
Okay, and we're doing this today so that I could give you a Nearpod walkthrough. So actually, Jerry wanted a Nearpod walkthrough, and I thought, why not do it on YouTube so that all the other people who are curious can do it too? Now, let me start off by saying that I was afraid of Nearpod because I am not a super tech person. And I thought it was going to be something new that I had to learn. And I avoided using it. Right now, it's just the beginning of January. If you're watching this later, I wish, now I kick myself that I wasn't doing this back in August or September when school started, because it really would have saved me a lot of time. And it's super user friendly. So if you're not a techie like me, you can use this. So, all right, let's get started. All right, let me share my screen. And Jerry, you were in the same boat as me, right? You were nervous.
Yeah, so I had heard about Nearpod a while back when fairly first teaching without school. And I was a little apprehensive because I felt like you had to create all these different pieces from scratch, and that it was going to be like, when I learned how to use Canva to create some things that I needed to, I thought, is Nearpod like Canva, or how is it different, or why do I want to use it? And I even enrolled in a training, couldn't make it. And I've had that email with that webinar in my inbox for like a year now. So I wish I had learned more about it too.
Yes, and it's even easier than Canva or Google Slides. So actually, while you were talking, I unshared so that I could log out, because I want to show everyone just what it looks like to log in. And so here we go.
Try that again.
Yes. So here it is. And I know their motto is you'll never know how you taught without it, which I have to say is absolutely true. So, so all you need is a Google, use like a Google email, or, Office or anything like that. Or you could just sign in with the school email. Lots of times schools will provide this too. Okay, so I'm just chose one of my many Gmails and signed in with it. And then I already have an account, but if you're new, it's going to prompt you to make an account. And there's a free account and there's a paid account. So of course, you could start off with the free account, and I'll show you some things you can do with the free account. So let me start off with the super easy stuff. Like if you're just tutoring or doing ESL, a one-on-one situation. So down here where it says Nearpod Library, now this is where you can search for anything that you want to teach, anything. And over here on the right, they have lessons, activities, and videos. So they have full lessons. Videos are just what it sounds like. It's just a video, or activities. And then if you only want to search for activities, you could press that. If you don't have any of them clicked, it's going to do everything. So Jerry teaches art. So I'm going to go here to other. Give me a topic to search for, Jerry.
For art, let's search for painting, I guess.
Okay. All right. So all kinds. You can also search by age.
Nice.
Do you teach? So let's say you have a class for high school and you want to filter it by high school.
Okay.
Yes. And then you say, well, I don't want a full lesson. I just want some videos about art. Then you can come over here and filter it even more. And then the good thing about the videos is that they will stop and ask the students a question, and then the students can answer. So here, I'll just show one as a preview. Oh, and this one's from YouTube. They get their videos from everywhere, I have to say.
So sometimes they're not YouTube videos.
Right. Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
So you can preview it,
Nice.
teach it, add to my lessons. I guess I can add it to my lessons. I can take it away later.
So
So
you
I'll
can
show you
create
where
like a library of your favorites or whatever?
you can. And I will get to that in a minute. I'm trying
Okay.
to start simple and go up. But yeah, I will show you
Okay.
my personal library. So then preview, you come here, and when you preview it, you see what you see the lesson, you see what the students. Now see where there's these dots.
Oh, yeah.
When you get to that point, it's
Yeah.
going to stop and like ask them a question, either multiple choice or like an open-ended question, whatever.
So for somebody who was largely
Can you hear
self-taught,
that?
painting is
Yeah.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure how to share sound on StreamYard. So hold on, it should
self-taught. The painting is
stop
pretty
and
remarkable. My gaze goes
ask
first
me a
to his
question
face.
in a
That
second.
wonderful red
Oh wait,
curtain
I've already
gathers
gone
my
past that.
attention and frames that face so beautifully.
Okay, hold on. Let's try the other one.
Yeah,
And
you might have gone a
hopefully it'll
little,
stop and
maybe you
ask.
went a tiny bit too far. Oh, here we go.
Religion and mythology and history, portraiture and still life being the lowest. But it was portraits that people wanted in the new American cities.
Right.
Okay, there it is. So it asks a
Wow.
question, so I can click on it or click on expand over here. And
Nice.
then, yeah, I haven't read the question. I'm just going to, oh, it says show solution. So in the teacher mode, so it shows you if you don't
Oh, I
know
see.
the answer already. And then you can X out of it. And
That's great.
yes. Yeah. And then up here in the left-hand corner, that Nearpod, it's almost like your home button. So you want to go, just click that if you just want to go back to home.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And so then there it is in my lessons. Here, I'm going to take it out before I forget.
Oh, very good. Very good. Okay. I
And,
see.
yes. So let's see. You can do sub-plans, which I haven't even tried that yet. Reports, it will actually like tell you what your students have been doing. I don't think I have any reports yet, but I better click off of it just in case. I don't want to show any students' names. Let's see. Do you have any questions when it comes to that part?
So do you, so how have you used it? Just for, I know you're getting to a lot of other things, but let's say I wanted to show that very classical style of painting with that artist, Copley. So let's say that was something that I wanted to show them, and I could show them just the video, but let's say we're going to just do, for whatever reason, a whole lesson. Do I share my screen, for instance, like in an outschool class, and then just walk through the lesson?
Yep.
Okay.
You share your screen, and for them to be interactive, they need to have another device. So I haven't started using it in OutSchool because I'm always planning a couple weeks ahead, but like coming at the end of January,
Right.
I'm going to use it in one of my classes. But in this particular class, they always have to bring another device to use for Kahoot anyway. So now they just can bring another device for this.
So one device is just them coming to your class like they always do. And the other device, for instance, an iPad, would be them logging into just the Nearpod.
Yes. And I've heard if they're on a laptop, they can just open two separate windows and have them side by side. But if they're on like a phone or an iPad, then they need something totally different, or a Chromebook.
Okay. So do they is it okay for them to log into Nearpod?
Yes, that's one of the approved sites for over 13 on OutSchool.
Okay, great.
So let me show you some more things. Let me show you something else really cool you can do is that you can filter. They even have state standards that you can filter by. So I tutor. Let's see, where is it? Okay, so I tutor 5th and 6th grade math in my state to girls. So I can go here and I can go to Virginia, and then I can
oh, there you are. Okay.
I can filter by math, and then I can do 5th and 6th grade, and like, oh, they won't let me do both. Okay, let me do 5th grade. And like one of them came to me, she was learning circles, so I could just say like circles, and then I could even filter more. Let's say like, I don't really want videos. I want activities that we could do together. Oh, apparently they don't have activities for circles. Okay, never. I could look for full lessons. They don't have that either. They just have videos for circles. But so they even have your state standards. Yeah, or if you're doing ESL, you can come over here to language arts. Oops. And let's say you want an activity for you're doing ESL independently. And then you probably would have to guess, you know, maybe you do first grade, even if they were older because they're learning English. Right.
But is it okay? You still have, you still have Virginia. So what do you do for that part?
Let's see, there's got to be one where it's like one where it's generic.
Oh, okay.
So I'll go back to the generic one, or else.
Or maybe just
there is one that said clear standards. Here we go. Clear standards.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Now I can just do English and activities. Oh, I have circles. That's why it's not coming up. I still have circles up there in the. Okay, now. Okay, so then there's a whole bunch of activities you could do with your ESL students. You need to work on prefixes and suffixes, plural nouns, questions, nouns and verbs, Latin roots, which I know in like levels 5, 6, and 7, they started getting into that at VIP Kid. Mm-hmm. So let's say, tell me something you want to search for. I can search it for you right now. Like if you had a one-on-one student, anything.
Oh, okay. Anything. Let's search for, because I tutor a little girl who is learning to read, but she's already above first grade and she's struggling. Let's search for sight words, second grade sight words.
Okay. Let me go to second grade. And
okay, let's see. And then you would put in sight words right there?
Yes. I'm trying to get the cursor to work. There we go. There it is. It comes up as a suggestion. So sight words, and they have a whole bunch that you can choose from. Yeah.
Now, is this, I can't tell from your screen because it's not pulled down. Is this, it's everything. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So here we can filter by, you just want activities.
I see. They're color coded. So those are like the red background.
Yes. And then here's lessons. So those are yellow. Mm-hmm. And here's videos. Oh, no videos for sight words. Yeah, that wouldn't make a good video.
Well, okay.
So then you can go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so that you have choices and you can filter it. If you filter down a little too much, it may be a little harder to find something in everything, but there certainly seems to be a lot.
Yes. And then so you can add to my lessons.
Wow.
Now, if you add to your own lessons, that's when your storage like starts. So if you're just doing this as like a tutoring thing, you could like save it to your lessons and delete it later. But if you're using this for OutSchool or brick and mortar or, you know, something where you want to save the lesson to use it later, then your storage is going to get used up really quickly. So I went from the free version to signing up very quickly. And it isn't cheap, but I'm the type, if this could save me a lot of time is money. Like if I pay for this, but then I'm able to teach more classes because I have more time, it pays for itself. So there's actually like 3 tiers. So I got the middle tier, and look at this. I haven't even had it a month and I'm already more than halfway through my storage.
Wow.
So yes. So let me show you, once you have it in your library, you can start creating folders. So if it's not in a folder, it's kind of like I was deciding later what to do with it. So I'm going to delete this before I forget.
Yeah, you don't need that one.
Right. So I'll use my own examples. So like the storming of the Capitol yesterday was the anniversary of that. I teach civics. So this was super easy. I didn't have the lessons already done for me. I gave it as an optional lesson to my civics class after class. I have no idea if they're going to do it, but it literally took me 2 seconds to put it on the classroom page. So, and then, you know, I have Mexico because eventually my brick and mortar is going to get to that. But as you can see up here, I have folders of things that are coming up in the really recent future. I have civics for my out-school class, North America, and Oceania, the South Pole for my brick and mortar class. Let's go to civics. I have folders in my civics folder. So I'm going to go in my civics folder, and then look, I've got more folders. So I've narrowed it down even more.
It's taking a little time to pop up here for our view.
Oh, is it?
Oh, there we go. Now we can see it. Now I can see it.
I'll go a little slower then so that I'm not ahead or people know what I'm
Yeah, we
talking
can see
about.
the civics folders now, but it's taking a few extra seconds to pop up for my view.
Okay.
Anyway. Yeah.
Okay, well, I have a one-time class on the 3 branches of government, so I just saved some like activities that maybe I could send them after. I actually haven't taught that class since I signed up for Canva, so these are kind of like, oh, I'll come back to
You mean
it.
Nearpod?
So I'll go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Nearpod. Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm going to confuse my viewers. So you were asking about so those of you who don't know, if you are in out-school, Nearpod doesn't allow you to just take their lessons and use them for commercial use. If you're a brick and mortar teacher, you can do that. They have lessons already done for you. You can just take one and use it. So what I've done is kind of taken some of their lessons and made them my own, taken bits and pieces, added my own stuff, stuff like that. So here I'll go into the Electoral College. So they have a lot of videos that are awesome. I don't want to take up more than 5 minutes of class for doing, with videos. So what I did is the pre-class videos, I'm going to send them this ahead of time, and they can watch these before class, so it doesn't take up too much class time. And I think altogether, I had to create the 2 videos together. Altogether, I don't know, it's like 10 minutes for them to watch. Yeah. So I just chose some videos from them, and so you can give it to it student paced, which is what I'll do at OutSchool, because I will give it to them ahead of time. Or you could do it live if you wanted to do these video in class, and then it stops and they answer questions like you saw in the example I gave you. And they can be doing that, on their device.
The student paced where when you put your cursor there, it turns yellow. That's when you click that and then send them the link.
Yes, and then you give them this number right here, and they put in the number, like Kahoot. You know how in Kahoot you need a number?
Yeah. But how did you get that number?
When you click student paste or live view, the number will just come up.
Oh, I see. Because even if it's live view, they're going to need to take that other device and enter that number into their device to access what you're sharing.
Yes. So here I just clicked on live view, and I'm going to, after this is over, have to stop those lessons so people who are watching don't randomly just try to get in on my class.
Right. Okay. So there's the thing. I see. And then if I was a student and I put that in, then I would see what comes up next.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So, okay. And then with the video, look, you have the option, teacher plays the video on the teacher's device, or students play it on their own device. So like, so I don't know if that'd work in an out-school class, but like if you were in a live class, you could say, okay, take the next 10 minutes and watch the video on your device.
Yeah. In out-school, you want to just do teachers play, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So I'm going to go back here. I'll stop sharing for a second while I get my Nearpod.
There's a lot of options.
There really is. Yeah.
So let's say you pick that video and you thought, all right, we're going to have class. Class starts on Monday. I want them to watch this before Monday, and it's Thursday or Friday. You can do a student paced preview, like, hey, check this out before class. And then you send them the link. Do you just post it in your OutSchool classroom, for instance?
Yes. Cool. And then send them that number that popped up, and then they can watch it.
Oh, so you put the link in there and type in this number, and then you put that code. Okay. Okay.
And then it goes to your lessons. And then under here, let me share again, go back to Nearpod. Under student reports, you can see who did it and, what their answers are.
Oh, cool.
Mhm.
That's right. You can see if they answered it under reports.
Yes.
I
Mhm.
see.
So I haven't tried this at Outschool yet, but I don't know how you can enforce homework at Outschool, but I'll just encourage them like these. I'm going to reference these videos a lot.
Right.
So then you were also asking about creating
Mm.
your own, right? Okay, let me show you somewhere I
Well,
have.
yeah, I was just thinking the way that you were saying how you've kind of adapted them. So you've taken
Mhm.
what they've given you as like a starting point, but there's things that maybe weren't included or something you want to emphasize more or something like that. So then how do you
Exactly.
edit them to make it unique for your learners, for instance?
Okay, let me go into gerrymandering. Okay, so let's see, I have 3. All right, so basically what you do is you take the lesson and you can edit it. So if I hit edit right here,
Okay.
all right, so it asks you to duplicate the lesson before you edit it. Hold on, I actually don't want to edit this lesson because I think it might be one I've already edited. I'm not sure. Here, let me look. I'll be able to tell in a minute.
Okay.
But then you make a copy of it and then
Oh,
you can edit it. So I'll show you what it looks like for that.
okay.
I'm going to make sure that I'm not messing up something I've already done.
Okay.
Okay, so there's the number for your people. So you can copy the link, you can post it straight to the Google Classroom, and then you also give them that number. Okay, so these are like activities. Okay, so let me go back to the other screen and I'll hit edit and I'll show you. I just want to make sure this was
Okay, so
Mhm.
that was the live you clicked on. When you clicked on this lesson, you clicked on live.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's
Mhm.
why the code came up. Okay, I just want to make sure. But now what you really want to do is create a duplicate for editing.
Yes, and I will show you
Okay.
what that looks like.
Okay.
And then I'll show you some that I've already edited too.
Okay.
Okay, so down here, when you go, see down here on the left,
Yes.
it says edit, and
Yeah.
then, oh, the code it has an active code. Okay, that's fine. So you duplicate the lesson
Okay.
because you can't edit their version.
Right. Okay. That was a question that I thought would get answered, and here it is.
Yes, so
Because
then here it
someone did that.
is. Right. So here it is. And then you can totally just make it your own lesson. Like I could say,
Great.
I could take this slide and say, I want to delete that. Delete slide.
I see. Click and delete. So
Uh-huh.
easy.
Yes. Let's see. I can take this one and convert to a draw activity.
Oh.
Okay. And
so then, and then there's the next slide.
uh-huh. So I clicked keep that slide, but like, here's a video. I think you can even you can add your own questions to the video. So like, and you can add more things. You were asking about adding like Canva slides. So you click
so
here,
like
add new.
Okay.
Mhm. You can add a video,
Mhm.
which it could be one of their videos. It could be a video from YouTube. So like, let's go here. Let's add a video. And then takes it a minute. Sorry.
Yeah. I was going to say some of it just takes time, but it depends on if you're just on the original device or not. I see. And then you could search the video library for something that links to your topic.
Yep. So, or you could, my videos is videos that you've saved in your Canva. So like it comes up with videos I have in my
you
own
mean
Canva.
Nearpod, right?
I keep doing that.
I just want to make sure. Okay, so if you say you can save your own videos that either you make or whatever that you find, and you can save it in your Nearpod account.
Yeah, so these are videos from Nearpod that Nearpod makes, but they just are saved in my Nearpod account. So when I click on my videos, they come up.
It's kind of like saying your favorites, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like things I'm going to need again and again or whatever.
Right. So you can do from YouTube. You could just like copy and paste a link or do a search, upload your own video, come over here and you can upload from your computer, upload from Google Drive, right? Or all Dropbox or all these others.
Cool.
Yeah. So
Gosh, there's a
here,
lot of
let's,
options.
there are. I'll show you in a minute, like lessons that I've kind of created myself.
Okay.
And then let me go back to where we were editing.
Right. Because right now what we're trying to do is just add a video just for fun, just to see.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes. And hopefully it goes back to where I was editing. Right. You can add slides. You can add an activity from Nearpod. So here we're back again. So let's go
And
back.
how did you get back to this editing window?
I just hit the back button for
Oh,
this
you did.
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's add a new activity. So let's say, oh, they have their own slides in Nearpod that you can create. So if you go here to slides, this
Oh, I
is you
see.
creating your own slide.
Within Nearpod.
Yes.
Okay.
So then separately, you can add Google Slides and Canva, but I'll get to that in a minute. So here you go. You're making your own slide.
I see. Cool.
Which I'll show you in a minute. For my brick and mortar class, I did like a self-paced asynchronous assignment, and I added slides like with directions, like do this next, do that.
Right. Do this next. Yeah. Just to give it more explanation since they were self-paced, because it was
right. And
Right.
it even had, so that I could keep the whole thing together, it had like in your book, do this. So it like had directions of what to do in their book and videos and stuff for them to watch.
Okay. Cool.
And then here I go to add new. Look, you could add a slideshow. You could add.
Wow.
Let's see.
What's
here's
the virtual
activities.
field trip. Can we try that one?
Yeah. So this is great for me teaching geography in brick and mortar. So literally, you can type in anything.
Can we type in something?
Yeah. Here. What do you want to type in? You tell me where you want to go.
Museum of Modern Art.
Okay.
Like the New York Museum.
Oh, it's called the Museum of Modern Art.
Oh yeah, no, not the museum. I know what you're talking about, Bo.
Yes.
Museum of Modern Art.
I actually went there when I went to New York last March.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Yes.
Do they have that? I don't even know.
We'll find out, because actually I haven't searched for that.
Because I've heard about
look, they have it in Stockholm, in Spain, Moscow, Gettysburg.
Nice. Do they have the New York one?
Let's see. I'll just narrow my search to New York.
New York, yeah. Although all of those sound good.
There it is.
Wow. You can just pick anything.
They have several different ones.
I see.
Let's preview it.
So you just click on it and then click done?
Or yeah, and then it comes up and you can take it and move all around the museum. So you can add this to a lesson. With me teaching geography, I can just take a place and add this to one of their lessons. And then you can do a 360 view.
And then you can enter, is that what entering VR means? Or is that different?
Let's try it.
Oh. Wow.
Setup. Okay, let's see where it takes me.
I think you're like bigger then. It just makes you bigger.
Yes. So see, I'm still learning myself. I'm learning along while I'm teaching you guys. That's why this is for the total beginner.
So you can just exit from the top there, I guess.
Yes. Here, I'll just hit back.
Exit. I don't know.
So yeah, and then I'll go back to where they had all of them.
Okay, very cool.
Yes. So then you can add that to your lesson. And yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, I think I went too far. Oh, wait, here's my unsaved one. So this is obviously the one I was editing. I'll get back to this. Yeah, so you can delete some slides. You can add some slides. You can link it to Google Slides. Okay, do you want to see how to do Canva?
I do want to see how to do Canva, but now you said something that I have a quick question about. When you say link it to Google Slides, what does that mean?
Oh, okay. So I actually watched
Sorry.
a YouTube video. No, it's okay. I'm not totally sure. I watched a YouTube
Okay.
video where it's like Google add-ons. When you're
Oh.
in your Google slides, you
Okay.
can click add-ons and you can add the Nearpod to the
Oh,
Google
so you're
slides.
okay. So you're in Google, not in Nearpod. You're in Google Slides, and you're adding a link to the Nearpod lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I wonder if you can go the other way. You can go the other way too, can't you? The way you.
Yeah, I haven't done it from Google, but I've done it from Canva, so I can show you for that.
Yeah,
you
show the
have
Canva
to,
one.
Yeah, so you have to actually download the Canva slides. So if you have any video on your Canva slides, it's not going to work. But here, I'll go to my Canva. Oops, hold on. I just realized I'm not sharing screen, so nobody's going to be able to see what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, no, you stopped sharing. Yeah, sorry, I thought you didn't want to for a minute.
Well, I didn't, but then I forgot when I clicked on Canva.
So you can add Google Slides to your Nearpod. You can add Canva, which you're going to show us. Or you can actually put Nearpod into your Google Slide presentation, the other direction. You can go the other direction.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So here we're in Canva. Okay.
All right. Let me find one where. Oh, okay. This is actually one where I did my Google Slides. So here, let me see. It only has 4. I didn't want to find one of my presentations that had like 18 slides or something. So yeah, so here I am. Give it a second. Okay, so you go over here to.
So did you click on the U.S. Census?
I already had this lesson made.
Right,
Yeah.
but did you just click on it? Because it's not showing.
did.
It's not. It's just showing the whole selection of all your different things.
Oh, okay.
It's saying it's still in the view that says all your designs.
Oh.
Well, from what I can see.
You know why? Because when I'm sharing from StreamYard, I'm only sharing one tab at a time, and that opened a new tab. Okay.
That's right.
There we go.
It does open it. Yeah, that's a Canva thing.
Yes. So I'm glad you told me, or the audience would have had no idea.
I thought I saw you click on it, but then nothing happened. Okay, go ahead now.
Okay. Yeah. That was important. Glad you told me. Okay. So come up here on the top right and the 3 dots.
Yeah.
And you click on download.
Okay.
And then let's see, there's different ways that you can download.
Right.
So I'm going to download as a PDF. And so here we go. And all right, I got to stop share before I go back to Canva. But okay. And now I'll show you from the presentation that I was just editing how I can get those slides in. You know what? I'm going to share my entire screen.
Okay.
Because you need to see the bottom to see how I'm going to do this. Okay. Yeah, entire screen.
Yeah, we get used to doing that portion of the screen thing.
Yeah, now we can see us little too. Okay, so let's see. I am in Nearpod right now. So see down at the bottom first of all, add new.
Okay, so first of all, you're back to your Nearpod, but you've downloaded your Canva that you want.
Yes, and then click on slideshow for activities, and then look in the bottom left-hand corner where I have this. You can just take this and drop it there.
You could probably do that from your desktop also, right?
Yes.
Like
I'm on a laptop. Yes.
Yeah. But if something lived already on your home screen, you could drag it from the home screen to that circle too, huh?
Yes. And then it's processing. So give it a second to process. There's 2 different ways to share slides. So let me first show you this way. So what it's going to do is it's going to create one slide that has slides within a slide. So, okay.
Right. Okay. That's what I'm thought.
Okay. So here it is. Yeah. And you can individually put them in there too. But so I'm going to click on this, and there we go. It has all the slides that are in my slideshow.
Nice. So you can make that either 4 more slides in your Nearpod, or it could be one slide that kicks off a mini slideshow in your lesson.
Exactly.
Okay.
And there is an easy way where you can make it different slides too. Let me see if I can remember how to do that. Here, I'll
Like
just
testing all the skills today.
I know. I have one where I actually did that. It's a matter of like remembering. Okay.
So you could
And
just, you don't have to add a slideshow. You could just be adding like one slide, right?
yes. Uh-huh.
But you clicked on
Um,
slideshow before, didn't you?
I did. Yes.
Yeah.
So wait, let me try this one where I upload it. I don't know. There is a way to make them individual slides. Of course, now I can't remember how I did it.
Oh.
Now that, pressure on here. But it really wasn't too hard to figure out. I actually watched a YouTube video in order to figure that out. And so I could try to find her YouTube again and link it. So anyways, yeah, I didn't want to allow it to click on my folder because just in case I have private things, I don't remember if I did. But and let's say I want to just, you can add an activity, you can add PDF viewer. Let's see. I can add a drag and drop. Time to climb is a fun one, especially for the younger ones, where it kind of times them, and then the little guy climbs each time they get something right.
This is like a game kind of in the lesson.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Oh, look. So I could just take something like this and add it to
Time to Climb library. Oh, awesome.
There we go. Oh, wow. These are some great questions. Okay. So it gave me a whole bunch of questions. Let's see.
Oh, I see. That was 9 different questions. So that's why. Okay.
Yes. And then, okay. I don't want to add questions. Let's see. See, I'm learning this as I'm telling you guys about it.
Right. So you've got all the different parts of the Time to Climb are right there. And then if you click, maybe click save.
Yes, I'll have to delete this lesson later.
Well, yeah, you
literally
because you made a duplicate of one you already like anyway.
Yeah, and then this is a mosh podge.
Right.
So
Let's see what happens.
There we go. Yeah, it probably added it to the end. But then, like, let's say I'm like, well, I want it in the middle. I can move them around. Like, I can take this slide and move it over here.
Nice. Can we see what Time to Climb looks like? Even though you won't really keep that one. Can we just see what it looks
yeah, sure.
like how does it?
Let's preview. We can preview it. You can even preview it before you. So we're doing the student preview now. And this is going to preview the whole lesson. But I'll go to the Time to Climb. So it's taken a minute. Sorry.
That's okay. No. This is a lot of great stuff.
It is.
Wow.
Now you see why I'm kicking myself for not doing this earlier.
Yeah, I know. I had a feeling that I was missing something, but I just never took the time. But okay, so here we go. What is the social contract?
So let's see. I'm just going to randomly pick stuff. Okay. And
so when you
it's not doing anything.
when you click an answer, it doesn't do anything.
Well, we're on the preview, so I think this is the teacher preview.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, it's student preview. Oh, okay, so then I can, do stuff like this. The Time to Climb was, let's see. Oh yeah, and here are my slides, which it's like all one slide, but individual slides. And you can, like I said, you can make them individual slides too. Just forgot how to do that. And is this the Time to Climb?
I think it is, but it says it's on slide 13 of. Oh no, maybe total 16 of slides in your lesson. Never mind.
Oh, there it is. Yes, Time to Climb. Okay, social contract. So click on something.
It's not doing anything though, huh?
I know. Why isn't it doing anything? Okay. Well, obviously I'm still learning. Oh, I see. So you're supposed to like click on one and then scroll down. Let's see. I don't even know what the question is. What's the Declaration of Independence say? That all men are created equal. Okay. What does the Articles not guarantee?
So those are the okay. Well, maybe that's you're climbing up and scrolling through, or there's supposed to be a graphic that goes with it?
Let's see what happens at the very end. Let's
Okay.
see. Author of the Federalist Papers. Actually, all three of them were authors of the Federalist Papers. Okay, so I'm just going to click stuff without reading it so we can get to the bottom. Yeah, so we'll see. Let's see what this does.
Okay.
Oh, you know what I think it's doing is it's showing me the answers. Maybe. Okay, anyways, I don't know what I'll have to
It's
figure
okay,
out.
but
what
it's
time
cool to
time
see that you could add like games and different types of things in there.
Yes. Here, let's
And
save
also,
it. Mhm.
yeah, there might be different kinds of like limitations when you're.
Let's save it and do a student preview, and hopefully we'll be able to see the time to climb.
Okay.
Sorry to our viewers. We're figuring, this is why I titled this a beginner for the non-techie. I'm showing you as I'm learning and as Jerry is learning too.
Right.
And actually sometimes it does.
Take a little bit of time.
Yeah, I'm going to stop sharing while we're on that part.
I have a question while you're waiting to do that. That maybe, I don't know if you're going to get to this or not, but you were saying there were 3 tiers if you really felt like you're going to add a lot of content. So is it, can you tell us what the pricing is offhand, or?
Yes.
Or if you don't want to.
So yeah, you will, like, if you're saving a lot of stuff, you will very quickly run out of space if you're doing the free one.
Mhm.
So let's see. I'm going to go to the Nearpod presentation. Okay. So you'll very quickly run out of space. So the tier 1, hopefully it'll show it, because since I already have, you get 1 gigabyte if for the first tier of the paid one, and that is $160, I think. Let me go to upgrade, and it should show, yeah, for a whole year.
Right. Okay.
And then the next level up is like close to $400 if I remember it correctly. Yeah.
Wow.
So they hook you in. Let's see. Okay, so another level you can go up to beyond the one with 400 is your school could buy it, and then they won't send you. It's like schedule a demo. I think because I already have the paid version, it won't show me the different prices. But you saw where I went in my Nearpod. If you go there on yours, it'll show you if you have a free one. And so it's like 160 for the first tier, and the second tier is, I forgot. Like I said, something
400.
It's close to 400. It's pretty expensive, yeah.
Yeah.
So let me go back to screen share and go back to that lesson that I saved.
Oh yeah, because we want to see if something changed, right?
Yes. So let's see. Go back to civics. And
so when you finish a lesson and you click preview, are you looking at what the students are going to be seeing?
Yes.
Okay, because that's really what you need. You don't really need to see the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Because you want to share it.
Right. I think so. Let's preview it. I think this one was my. Oh yeah, that you can just tell by by the amount of space it takes up. The other one was 10 because I added things. Okay, so here we go. And you can share it with other teachers too. So while it's loading down there at the bottom, it says share preview. So if I wanted to say like, hey, Jerry, I want you to see this lesson. I click on this and like I can send you a link. I think it was slide 13 where we had time to climb. So yeah, see, this has your whole lesson in it. And
very good.
Yes. Okay, here's time to climb. Takes a second to load. All right, great. Hopefully we can play this game now. It's still on the...
That might take a little more digging to figure out how that works.
Yes, anyways. So...
But it wasn't the only option on there. There were other games.
Right. Right. There
And
was a lot of other games.
I think I've actually heard of that game. I did watch one brief training from an out-school teacher, then signed up for the webinar from Nearpod, but I couldn't make it. And then you know how sometimes you don't go back and watch the recording?
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
I never do. All right, so let me show you, I could show you some lessons that are completed that I made with like adding Canva slides. So let me go back to this.
Yeah.
And
I have a few more minutes, so that would be perfect.
yes, I think this
Are
is
these ones, these are ones you made from scratch?
the videos I kind of took,
Oh.
yeah, from, hold on. Let's see. Where's one that I know I have put together? Let's see. The Electoral College. Okay, here's one where I finished it. So they had a pre-made lesson. I took their lesson and added some of my own. Actually, I was in the middle of creating this lesson when I discovered Nearpod, so I already had some of these slides made. And
you're like,
so
wait a minute.
Yeah, so I'll show you this lesson. So
Everybody
yeah,
stop.
basically, exactly. So I'm going to do it live because it's going to be an out school class, but I could also do it student paced, like if ever in the future I teach it like a brick and mortar. So yeah, these are slides I made from Canva.
Okay.
And then mixed in with, this is their Nearpod lesson that was already made on this subject. So your students, you know, they might press something.
And you took this one because it was a slide that was already made.
Well, I was like, yeah, I was like halfway in the middle of making this lesson. So I had some of my slides and then found their lesson. So as you can see, like, look at this. This would have taken me a lot of time to put all of that on a slide. They don't want you to take their lessons outright and use them for money, but I've kind of made it my own. So here I've got some of their slides, some of my slides. And since I kind of started making them separately, the colors don't really match. Like in the future, like if I know theirs are already green, I might make mine green. Yeah, this is still one of theirs. I have a mixture of my stuff and their stuff. Back to my stuff.
Right.
There is this. Yeah. And it's kind of a mixture.
Okay, so we can borrow parts of it. We want to edit it and make it something of our own by adding something pertinent to whatever our lesson plan was. But we can take sort of the foundation and the nuts and bolts of what they put together and use that.
Right. And what I did for this lesson is I just took the videos out of the lesson. Oh, look at this. So look at this. They open it. Oh, I'm only sharing. Hold on. I'm going to share my whole screen so that when it goes to another tab, you can see it.
Oh, okay.
Share screen, and I will say entire. Actually, I can do, yeah, entire screen. Oops. Okay. So I put this in there too, because we always play Kahoot at the end of a game. So, oh wait, that's not the one I wanted. That was the one that's still saving. Sometimes they keep saving, but like it'll, okay. So I always play Kahoot at the end. So look at this. They have it up on their device. All they have to do is click this and it goes to, it automatically brings them to Kahoot and brings up a PIN number for my Kahoot.
Oh.
So, oh, okay. It brings them to this page where they enter their number.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that was something.
And how did you give them the PIN number, for instance? Like if you're in classes and you're doing a Kahoot at the end.
Well, then in that case, I'm going to have Kahoot up in another window. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And show them the PIN.
Right. So this way, if they're logged in during live, like they're logged in the live participation, this is going to come up and all they have to do is click on it and they're on Kahoot. And so what I did for this one, let me go back, is I took their lesson. Now their lesson had some of the slides that you saw, but their lesson also had videos, which I want them to watch the videos ahead of time. So I kind of took took the videos and took them out of the lesson and made them separate so that I
Nice.
can then send this to them before class. So these videos were part of Nearpod's original lesson. I just kind of made it my lesson with my Canva slides and a little bit of their slides, and then separate videos that I'm going to send them ahead of time. So here, if we preview it, I think this has 2 videos in it. It has this one, and I think it has, like, it'll stop and ask them questions, or maybe a part out. I don't know. Okay. And so anyways, yeah, there's that. Maybe there's only 1 video in this. Some of them I took, it said 2 slides. Some of them I took what they gave, and yeah, actually this one is 2 videos. So I put 2 videos together that they can watch ahead of time. And then I made a separate lesson with some of my slides, some of their slides. So that's kind of how I made it my own.
And you make your slides in Canva.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I've done that. Okay.
And I chose to take the questions out, but I could also, Canva has, Nearpod has, questions already in their videos. So I could have left those in. I think I do in some of my.
Oh, so you can actually take the questions out of the video.
Yes. So you can have them just watch the video.
Wow. That's just like, there's a lot of cool things you can do.
There really is. I think here's another one where I made my own slides and some of their slides. I think, okay, so the only thing you can't do is I wanted to like take 2 of their lessons and combine them, and you can't do that because you can't it won't let you copy and paste their lessons. But anyways, here's another thing I did. Same thing. I had 1 lesson with videos that I'm going to send them ahead of time. And this one must have been, I think this one was like the 2nd or 3rd one I did. So I got even more creative. I just realized the time. I know you have a hard out of when you're specific.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, I have like a couple minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. So and then I give them directions. I made my own slides with directions. And then here are the videos. Yeah, actually, this is an entire activity that they can do ahead of time, and which is optional. So I have like a virtual field trip of a state inside a state. This is all about the state government.
That's great. So you were able to add that in.
Videos for them to watch. And I think I'm going to tell them, in the Google Classroom, if you don't want to do all the activities, fine, those are optional. Just watch the videos. And then
very cool.
You have like 2 minutes left. So then here's my lesson, which again has some of their stuff and some of my own Google slide lessons. Canva slide lessons.
I know there's so many tools.
Yes, trying to keep them all straight. So yeah.
Wow.
So yes. So these are, some of theirs, some of mine. And and like I said, I made a separate one for the videos for them to watch ahead of time.
This is
great. And then
I love these polls.
Yes. So then they can do this in the middle of it.
Oh, and this is where when they do it, then it sends you a report that they did that.
It is, especially if it's like student paced. If you're kind of doing it live, then you'll know. But yeah. And then when you're previewing, you can also, like, you want to preview the lesson, you can skip the quiz. But there you go. That's that. And I'm going to stop sharing because I know that you have a class you have to get to.
Yeah, I have a class pretty soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
so
cool.
any
that was really good.
Departing thoughts?
There's so many things you can do. I think it's important to know, I guess. So you can't take a Nearpod lesson and just use it.
You can if you're a brick and mortar school. You just can't do that on OutSchool.
Right. Yeah. Okay. You have to make adaptations to it if you're going to teach online. Okay. All right. Well, good to know, because there seems to be a lot of really good resources and things pulled together, and that might save time. And then you can add something or a couple things or whatever to create something unique for yourself for your own lesson. Because that's kind of what I'm needing. Is I need some good interactive things. Yeah. Very cool. That showed a lot of the really good, like, basic tools, and it seems very intuitive.
It is. It is. It's easy to use.
Yeah.
I'm not techie and I can do it. So yeah.
Very good.
Um,
Awesome.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end this. I know you've got a class to get
Thank
to.
you.
So bye.
Bye. Thank you.